Hi, and welcome to another Walla Walla Sweets pregame show. Today I'm with Drew Alball.
Thanks for having me.
So, Drew, what is it like being, the Walla Walla Sweets commentator?
It's going good, just working on my craft day in and day out.
Nice, Drew. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for joining us for the Walla Walla Sweets pregame show.
Thanks, Nakoa.
There you go.
Nice, that was good.
I know, right?
Do you want to consider being the broadcaster?
No.
No? All right. Drew Alba here with Nakoa Moses-Gomera for another edition of Players Roundup. Nakoa, you moved from the starting pitcher, now you're out in the pen. How has that transition been here halfway through the season?
It's definitely different, usually as a starter, you know when you're going to pitch, you know, like what work you need to get done throughout the week, but as a relief pitcher, you don't really know, it's just like all a mystery.
How do you stay in tune to that and realize I could pitch today, I could pitch in 4 days? I don't really know.
Well, I kind of just do everything the same, like every day is just the same thing. Every single day I throw, I do my bands, my plows, the routine's always the same now.
Nice.
I don't have a day off anymore. I can't take a day off. I don't know when I'm pitching. He just kind of throws me out there and I do my thing.
I think you're missing your routine. You play sack. How's that been going? I know apparently Dylan Torres is the guy to beat.
Dylan Torres may be the guy to beat, but before you came and watched, I beat him twice. So I just calling out my boy Dylan over here, we're a little 1-2 action, a little 1-2 in the sack industry,
What makes you so good at sack?
I don't know. I've been playing it for like the past year ever since I got to college. And
why do you think it's the warm-up game of choice for a lot of these bullpen guys? I've looked around. It's not just the Sweets.
Honestly, it gets your body very warm, it gets your blood flowing, gets your legs moving, gets your body moving, It's good for you. It's really good for you.
Nice. Okay, Nakoa, your last time out of the pen, you felt really good out there. How'd you feel?
First inning wasn't very good. Like, I was guiding the ball and everything and just wasn't the best. But the second inning, I got in tune with my catcher, me and my catcher got a little talking to, and it was honestly it was a good talk because he told me I need to stop guiding the ball and just trust my stuff and throw it. So second inning I came in and I just basically shoved it. I shoved it up their butts. That's what you would like to say.
There you go. All right, you're clearly a silly guy based off of the comment you just made. Do you think that helps you out on the mound, kind of your easygoing nature?
Me right now and me on the mound are two different people.
Really?
Yes.
In what ways?
Well, me right now is a silly, goofy guy, right? But on the mound, I'm more of I'm locked in, I'm a confident guy. I can't hear anybody around me. If a coach is trying to talk to me on the mound, I can't hear him. If any of the fans are chirping at me, I can't hear him. I'm just locked into this batter. I'm locked into throwing this specific pitch at that specific time. I'm just a way different person on the mound.
Way different person on the mound. When did you start getting into baseball?
When
did you find your other side of Nakoa?
Honestly, this past year at the community college.
Really?
Because, in high school I didn't play much. So coming into college, I had 7 innings thrown throughout my whole life, basically.
Really?
Yep.
How did you even get to come to Walla Walla Community College from that point?
I threw at this one thing called a sandlot in Hawaii. It's a little showcase, and the Walla coaches were there, and they saw they liked what they saw, and honestly, they just gave me an offer right then and there, and I took it because it was one of my only offers, to be honest. But yeah, I took it, and it was honestly a great opportunity, and I'm so blessed to have it.
So were you not a pitcher back in high school, or you just didn't get much playing time, or were you a pitcher and a position player, or what?
No, I was a PO in high school. I just didn't get much playing time. Yeah, I got 7 innings, I said, in total. And coming into college, I had no experience on the mound or anything, but I ended up, showing up and showing out and became a starter for the community college. So,
how has that kind of progressed, and where do you think you kind of found that within you to make those big strides in such a short amount of time?
Well, when it comes to baseball, I've been playing it since I was young, right? Since I was 4 years old. I took a little break going into high school in my 9th and 10th grade year. But honestly, the strive to just get better. I see my teammates and all other people around the same age as me, throwing harder than me and everything. That just pushes me to just become a better person, a better player, on a bigger scale, right?
Nice. I like the locks coming out of your head there.
Thank you.
You working on those? How long has that been growing out for?
It's been going for 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
2.5
Where did it
years.
start? How long did it start?
It kind of just started off with a buzz cut, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, so it started off with a buzz cut like my sophomore year, and then I've just been growing it out ever since.
And is there like some dye going action, or is that natural?
That's natural.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So, I mean, I was thinking of dyeing it and getting highlights, but honestly, because I'm
You
from
already
Hawaii,
got some.
yeah, because I'm from Hawaii, it's like every time you're out in the sun, it just like kind of the sun dyes your hair. Yeah.
You mentioned being from Hawaii. How has that been kind of moving from Hawaii now over here to the mainland in Washington? Do you miss home at all? I know it's a long ways away.
Well, I don't miss home at all.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, I don't miss it at all. But the move from Hawaii to what you guys would call the States or the mainland, it was hard because moving from Hawaii, it's always sunny. The weather, right? That's the biggest part. Is just the weather, and then you come over here during the wintertime, it's actually seasonal, right? There's snow. And then it gets really hot. It gets to like 102 degrees during the summer. Like it's like way different on the body and everything.
Do you enjoy the seasons? I think I would get, if I live in a place like Southern California or Hawaii, I would be like, I want to see the trees turning colors.
Right,
I want to see
right.
the snow.
Right. Yeah. I actually really appreciate the seasons.
Yeah.
Actually, snow. Now that I've seen it, is actually one of my favorites.
When was the first time seeing it?
This past December.
Wow.
That was my first time ever seeing snow, and I honestly had so much fun. I had a lot of fun.
You're like a kid on Christmas going out there?
Yeah. It was
Very
great.
So, do you not miss home because of just you spent your whole life in Hawaii? Maybe I've heard like the island effect. You kind of get like claustrophobic almost in a certain degree.
I just don't miss the island because I grew up there.
Yeah.
I've spent 18 years of my life there. I just want to explore different options out there, right?
Nice.
So now that I came to the mainland, it's just like been a pleasure, honestly. Like I got to go to Pullman, just many other spots around Washington, Oregon. So I'm just enjoying it.
Nice. All right, so this comes to our question of the day. I already asked manager of the Wall Sweets, Colby Waddle, of this. It's actually going to be trivia, so
Okay.
you got to get your baseball cap on. I'm going to
All right.
give you 3 baseball sayings, and you have to say what they are, and then where do you think they originated from,
All
okay?
right.
The
Yeah.
first one is golden sombrero. You know what it is?
No.
4 strikeouts in 1 game. Does that ring a bell to you at all?
No, I'm not a hitter.
Hey, but, maybe if you strike out a guy 4 times, that could be a little extra motivator.
I guess, but honestly, I don't know if I'll ever face a guy 4 times in 1 game,
So 3 strikeouts is a hat trick.
Okay.
So for 4 strikeouts, what's bigger than a hat? A sombrero. Make it gold. That's why it's called that.
I know the 5 strikeouts is like a platinum sombrero.
Yeah,
That's
right?
what I know.
You knew 5 strikes, but you didn't know 4?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I heard it, like, someone in the dugout brought it up recently. Like, when we were playing the Northwest Stars team, they just like, oh, this guy just got a platinum sombrero. So.
Okay. Can of corn.
No, I don't know what that is either.
It doesn't ring a bell?
No.
Really? I'm surprised. Okay. If like a pop up to the, center fielder, right at him, super high in the sky,
Right.
can of corn. Nice and easy. Doesn't ring a bell.
No, you just call that an easy play, like a routine out, a routine flop out.
Pitcher over here. Can of corn, pretty much back in the day, in like the 1900s at grocery stores,
Right.
the cans would be at the top of the shelf. So they would knock it down and catch it in their aprons, and it'd be
Oh.
a can of corn. Nice and easy.
Gotcha.
How about the rubber match?
One more time?
The rubber match.
Is
Ring a bell?
Is that like when, like, 2 pitchers, like, basically a pitcher duel or what?
Nope.
All right.
You want another guess? Like, we're going to the rubber match today. So, okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay, go.
Let's say we win today. Tomorrow would be the rubber match.
So is it just to determine who wins the series, basically?
Yeah, if the series is tied going into the last game, it's called the rubber match.
All right.
And it's called rubber match because you pull rubber, it doesn't break. Eventually, it'll snap one direction. That's
Right.
why it's called the rubber match.
Gotcha.
Wow, 0 for 3, and he plays baseball. What is happening over here, Nakoa?
I don't use any of that slang or baseball slang. I just
You
throw
know,
the
like
ball.
Oppo Taco or anything like that?
Yeah. Those are the
The
most-
new age
the
one.
new age ones, right?
A cookie?
Yeah,
Right
I
now.
know what a cookie is. Like, you could also call it a meatball or whatever,
Why do you think it's called that? I don't know.
I don't know, because cookies are delicious, and so is a down the middle fastball, to hitters.
Not to you, though.
No.
So is a cookie to pitchers like a breaking ball that slides off the plate or something like that?
It's just a pitch that the hitters swing at and miss, or they just look at it and it's down the middle, that's what a cookie is to a pitcher,
Nakoa Moses-Gomera, one of the best interviews we've had. Thanks so much. Players Roundup once again. Nakoa Moses-Gomera. Go Sweets. Go Sweets.
Go Sweets.
And thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Bye, guys.